the press release for this story was put out just after I had finished filming last week's show. But I've decided to talk about it again this week. Everybody knows the story, so I won't litigate it. I will just ask questions. We all know iHub has acquired, aka gobbled up, iHub. Now, iHub started in 2011 and it's achieved quite a bit in its life. Now, with the partnership that it had with Facebook in creating of the NG Hub, which enabled the building of a deep tech hub, which allows stakeholders that are building advanced tech a space to innovate. And then they've also, in the last couple of years, raised 5.5 million from 2 different funds to support and build startups. They've also supported superstar social enterprise startups like Lifeblood, which does on-demand finding and dispatching of blood to hospitals and clinics and other places that need it across Nigeria. WeCyclers, that provides household recycling with the use of low-cost cargo bicycles. Now, iHub has also just this year raised $60 million to support African startup. Now, iHub, the hub which they've gobbled up or they've acquired, was actually one of the very first hubs on the African continent. iHub spurned a number of startups from its hub like Break and Ushahidi, which is, I think, was Africa's first open source project, which was splashed over CNN and the rest of the international news. And has supported startups like Eneza, which is an educational startup, and Optometrics and Taimba, which we've talked about on this show in the last couple of weeks because they've raised money. To be honest, in the last couple of years, I personally heard Kenyan startups talk about the slow demise of iHub, saying iHub is no longer the sort of center of the ecosystem that it used to be for the Kenyan tech ecosystem, and coupled with the sexual harassment scandals that plagued Ushahidi, which is one of their breakout organizations in the last couple of years. A lot of people I've talked to are not surprised. But as with these things, the press release told us absolutely nothing. Now, I have questions. How much was it sold for? Eric Hertzman was the founder of iHub. Does he have some equity in this sort of new setup? Was it an acqui-hire? Come on. It would be nice to have a little bit more data than a bland press release. But having said that, congratulations to Buson and his team. Is it Bosun? Buson? Okay. And his team for showing African tech hubs how to be sustainable and profitable and scalable. I mean, considering the fact that there was a gold rush in the 2000s, right, where a lot of money and grants were provided to build hubs across Africa, and a lot of these hubs have struggled to stay sustainable and profitable. So it's very nice to see that iHub is growing and thriving.
Okay, interesting. So what is your name?
My name?
Yes, your name.
My name na Osas.
Pardon? Come again.
Osas.